Hello, Lolo. Goodbye and welcome back to another Marvel Snap video. In this video, we'll be looking at 10 decks of the week again. As always, these come from all over the place, from Twitter, from Untapped, Miles Snap Zone sometimes, even YouTube. I'm just trying to find 10 fun decks. Also, if I can't fill up the deck with like fun, good decks, I will put in some meta decks. But generally, they're just fun decks. Anyways, let's get into the deck, shall we? So, first deck is going to be this Super Giant Ronin deck. I believe this is the deck that hit rank 1. I should really name the decks while I'm putting them together. It's just laziness on my behalf. But this deck was real fun. Yeah, it did well. I believe I put a video out on it. If it's not the exact 11, it's the same idea with the Ronin and the Super Giant, but I believe it's the same deck. Next up, we have a Pixie list. The Pixie's a fun card. Yeah, she's just fun, but the high roll's a bit awkward times. Like if you get good RNG, she feels real good, and if you don't, it feels pretty bad. This is the second deck in the list. There's many, and there's going to be many more that have got the Sentry and Nihilus HUD package, which I do believe should be nerfed and probably gets nerfed next month, I'd guess. It's just super flexible right now. Like when the Nihilus came out, people realized you just needed HUD and Sentry. People said it'd be flexible, and it was a little flexible, but now it just feels even more flexible right now, and it's just in so many decks, and I wouldn't be surprised to see it nerfed. Next up, we have a Loki deck. So this is just kind of like a bounce Loki deck, kind of, right? You've got your Kay and your Angela and your Elsa, so you can just fill up the board, get some buffs down, get a big Angela. Elsa can help you get some big cards. You've got a tech card and Red Guardian, which is a good card. And then you got Loki, your Mockingbird for putting down some like adds to your deck. Got there eventually. This deck, honestly, I feel like this deck gets so much better next week with Valentina, because if you get Quinn down, Jet down to 1, you play her on 2, you have a free cost 6 card. A free cost 6 cost card. That's a tongue twister. So that's gonna be interesting to play. I can't wait to play that and hear people cry about nerf Loki, nerf Loki. Next up, we have ongoing card, the deck. I'm not really a big fan of ongoing stuff. I don't know what it is. I just feel like it doesn't get the power. I feel like for the cool effects it's got, it's so hard to get the power. Ongoing needs a big buff. I don't know what. You just need something, right? I just don't know what it is. We've got cool cards like Spectrum's nice, Omega Red. You've got Miss Marvel stuff. Punisher, you've got the US Agent Man thing type stuff, but it just doesn't feel like it gets there, right? It just needs, I don't know what it is, it just needs something. I just do not know what it is right now, but it needs something. But this deck's been performing for people, so you can get it done. Next up, we have a 4 package. Yeah, okay. A nice little 4 package. It's got 4 Beta Ray and the newly buffed Jane Foster, right? She got 1 power this week. Got the amazing Lady Deathstrike, which is one of the best changes in the game that they've made it recently, and I love the fact my Lady Deathstrike's a pixel. You've got Quake for some lane control. I'm not a big fan of running Lizard, especially in this mill type meta. Well, mill, I said meta. Mill's about right, and I just don't like playing Lizard myself, especially without a loot cage. Puts in here for some stats, does the job, and then you've got the 4s and stuff. Interesting deck. Should probably play some 4s this week. Next up, we just have a junk deck. Nothing real surprising about this. A new card this week, White Widow slotted in here perfectly. So this is a clog junk, right? I'd rather call this clog than junk, because you got Debris and White Widow. I wouldn't mind Tanya in here for more clogging. You've got Daredevil to block some stuff up, so you can see the turn, so you can Professor X or Cannonball or Nihilus stuff. Very interesting. Clogs and junk's kind of annoying. Next up, we have a Hitmonkey 4 list. This is interesting. I like this because you've got the Valkyrie, so you could go like 4th, Beta Ray, Jane, and then you've got Valkyrie, and the 2 hammers. You can hit the 2 hammers with it, buff up these 2. Obviously, you've got like bouncing stuff if you don't want to bulk anything, right? Go like you get the 2 hammers and a Hitmonkey. That's already a lot of power on the board. That's very interesting. Next up, we have a boring hella list. Like I said, sometimes I just add in a meta deck because as much as we all hate, most of us hate playing against hella, and all us, we hated Thanos, and we hate every type of deck that sits at the top. There is people that want to see the best decks and the decks that are performing well and annoying people and are just good, right? So I've got to add in decks I just don't like, and which is Hela. I used to like Hela when it was like this high roll. I used to love it. One of my first decks was like a Lockjaw Hela, when you could continuously cycle on Lockjaw. It was like I had like a swarm type Hela thing where you'd get a couple of swarms and you swarm Hela, and so you'd try and discard your hand that way, then Hela, but you know that's not what it is now anymore. It's just targeted discard, and Hela drops like 40 power in the last turn. Next up, we have a Toxic Sarah list. Again, Sarah's just a card. Like, I'm not a big fan of it, but I understand why people like the Sarah, right? It's just interesting. Like, Sarah just lets you have all these tech cards, right? It's got Enchantress and Shang-Chi in here. Then you've got the 2s and stuff. You have Luke Cage, so you can have smart stuff. Obviously, Mary for some power. Man-Thing to reduce their stuff. You got Zabu in here. I'm not sure about the Zabu anymore because I don't see when you're playing this. Guess you play it on 2 into a Mary on 3, and then you can maybe Enchantress your Mary if you wanted to, or something like that, or maybe 2 Zabu on 2 into Man-Thing. Poor Zabu, man. Poor Zabu. He needed a nerf, but he's got murdered. That neutered hard, man. Poor little kitty. Next up, we have a deck that I put out yesterday, which was this like destroy, this token destroy type junk thing. Honestly, this deck performed better than I thought it would. It's just crazy. Like, you've got a lot of ones you can destroy with Killmonger. You've got these cards to put down, like Mysterio Mix, Mockingbird cost 2, which is incredible, and you can, it's an extra carnage heat and stuff like that, right? So it's just incredible the amount of power this puts out. And then again, it's got the junk package in here, right? What was that, 4, 5, maybe 6 decks in here that had this package in there, which is why I do think it's getting nerfed next month. Anyways, that's it for the decks. We will quickly talk about the new card this week because it was a good one. So White Widow, 2/2, give them a Widow's Kiss, which is a 0/0 with an ongoing, if you have 4 cards here, -4 power, right? Yeah, -4 power, disable its ability. Well, that's pretty much what I said, but in a different way. This card honestly gives junk a little extra. It's a good card. I always said 2 costs cards are the best cards because they're super flexible, right? You're not giving up a lot to put a 2-cost card into your deck. Like, there is so many good 2-cost cards right now and they're super flexible. Unfortunately, Jeff is the go-to one because he's just insane, right? It's just crazy how good Jeff is for being a 2-cost card. But like the rest of the cards are super flexible, and White Widow is just a good card. That's just a good card. If you didn't get it this week, that's unfortunate. But she would have been one of my go-to cards to get. Her and Valentina would have been my picks, but we haven't even seen Valentina yet, so we don't know what she's going to be like. Anyways, that's enough rambling for me this week, and I will catch you tomorrow for another video. Peace.